Welcome everyone to our Tuesday night business briefing my name is Jim McCarran. I'm coming to you from the Washington, D.C. Mid-Atlantic area. It's a rainy but warm night, and I'm joined here tonight as always with my partner Chuck Poole, who's also from the Baltimore, Washington area. And guys, we want to show you. You were asked to be on the call today, probably for a couple of reasons, but probably because you're respected, business savvy. That people respected what you thought, and they wanted to show you a business where you could get in that was fun and it was new, and it was a way to build some serious income, maybe part-time, but develop that into some full-time income. And we're going to give you some examples of that tonight. We promise this won't be a long call. We're going to be short and precise, and we're going to try to show you exactly what we saw several months ago. And this is and I think what we're going to do tonight is we're just going to show you and present it to you the way we saw it, the way Chuck and I were exposed to this business. And I got a call a few months ago from a good friend of mine, and he said, and it went something like this. He said, Jim, you know, if there was a way that you could turn or take $250 and you could turn that into $5,000 and even $20,000 over and over and again, and you could possibly do this in the next 30 days, would you want to hear about it? And you know, I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. When I heard that, I'm like, yeah, right, it sounds too good to be true, so it probably is. But fortunately, guys, I kept an open mind. He did have to come back and talk to me a second time, but I did keep an open mind, and I took another look, and boy, am I glad I did, because now myself and others on our team and people we are sharing this with in just a few short weeks have earned over $5,000 over and over and over again. And guys, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that was the way it was shared with us. And so without any further ado, let's just walk you through exactly what we're doing. The name of the company, as you can see here, is ROI Unlimited. Now, ROI is building the largest international discount business in the world. And they're starting with travel discounts. And people say to me, well, that's kind of odd. Why are you guys starting with travel? Well, there's several reasons. First of all, it's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So you don't have to have a big chunk of that industry to be highly successful. And secondly, everybody knows what it is. Guys, you don't have to explain. Everybody knows what it is to book a vacation, to take a trip, to fly on an airline, to take a cruise, to want to go to the beach or to the mountains. People want to do it over and over again, and everybody wants to do it. From the time we're young and we travel with our families and we go on school trips and skiing trips and things like that, to the time when we go on our honeymoon and then we travel with our families, and then we retire, and what do you want to do? You want to travel. We do it our whole lives. People love to travel and go and see stuff. And guys, if you can save a ton of money doing it, and we're going to show you tonight how you can save a ton of money doing it, but more importantly, get paid to share that with other people, my gosh, it's a no-brainer. And that's exactly what we saw when we started out in this thing. So basically, if we can go to the next slide, the company was started this past January, so not quite a year old yet, January 11, 2011, in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a U.S.-based company right here in Phoenix, Arizona, but we do business in 190 countries around the globe. Guys, imagine getting income from all around the world. So you're not just dependent on the U.S. economy. You can pull income from Australia and from New Zealand and from China and from all over the world, from Japan and Tokyo and Indonesia. Guys, it's exciting. It is very, very exciting that you'll be able to pull money from them. We're going to show you how you can take advantage of that too, right from your house where you are now. Now, guys, timing is everything. I know this is an old cliche. I know you've heard it over and over and over again, but you really are in the right place at the right time. And let me give you an example of what that means, because this is really where we are right now with ROI. Let's look at McDonald's. Now, everybody's familiar with McDonald's. It's a big brand name. McDonald's started back in the 50s by a gentleman named Mr. Ray Kroc, who was a milkshake salesman. And he started McDonald's, and he got involved in it. Would you rather have started with McDonald's in the 1950s, or would you rather start with McDonald's today, now that it's a big brand name and all that? Well, let's look at that. Back in the 50s, you had a low cost of entry. Probably didn't cost you a lot to get involved with McDonald's and set one up. It was much easier to grow your business because there weren't a lot of them around. You really had your choice of territories. You were able to create wealth and generational wealth very, very quickly. Didn't take long to do that. And today, this is probably your view. If you had gotten in the 50s, or your grandfather had, this is probably your view today. You're sitting on the beach, relaxing, enjoying your family. Now, let's look at this today. If you decided, well, you know what, I do want to open a McDonald's today, well, there's a much higher cost of entry. In fact, you have to have a net worth of over $1 million before they'll even talk to you, before you even start to think about opening a McDonald's. And then what you have to do, there's much less growth opportunity because the limited growth is because there is one on every corner now, and it's harder to find unless you go to some other country such as Iraq or Iran or something like that, or uh, in Argentina. Anyway, 80 hours a week babysitting teenagers. That's no fun, but you got to do that. It's in their contract. You got to do that, and that's probably your view right now. If you started at McDonald's, you're frying fries and flipping hamburgers. Guys, it pays to get in early. I don't know how I can show it any better than that. That's exactly where we are with ROI. So the people who participated early on in the growth cycle can experience phenomenal growth in their net worth, and that's what we're going to show you how to do, much like the people who had vision to get involved with McDonald's in the 1950s. And it did take vision because McDonald's wasn't a big name back then. So let's talk about the founder. So we need key leadership, and this is what we have. We have two gentlemen that started ROI. The first gentleman's name is Fred Schwartz. He owned a commercial mortgage business in the Chicago area for 30 years. Guys, 30 years of dealing with employees and regulators, federal and state regulators. That's a tough job to stay in business for 30 years. And then he sold his business in 2005 at the height of the real estate market. Tells me he's a savvy businessman. He partnered up with a gentleman named Brian Spangler. Now, Brian, in his own right, has been in the software and website development business for over 15 years. He plays a critical role in our company because not only is he an owner, but he created and wrote all of the code, because this is a web-based business. He created all the code that you're going to see that makes ROI work and how we get paid. We own all that. That is proprietary. We didn't buy it or borrow it or lease it from someone else, so that's key. So that brought me to my next point, that ROI is a debt-free company. We have no debt. We did not have to go out and borrow money from big banks or from private investors or angel investors. This is all paid for upfront, and that allowed these guys to run the company the way they see fit, which enabled us to grow extremely fast with over 22,000 members in just 10 months in over 190 countries around the world. Guys, this is exploding on the scene, and you're here hearing about it tonight. This is phenomenal. Commissions are paid weekly. That was key. They wanted to make sure people were getting paid every single week like a traditional job, and they've paid out already over $10 million, and I think this is a little low. I think it's actually higher than this, $10 million in commissions so far this year. Guys, that's phenomenal money to pay out in less than your first year in business. But that just almost is never ever done, but yet we're doing it week after week and month after month. It's absolutely phenomenal. So this is a business, when Chuck and I looked at this business, this was a business that we had never seen before. It was a model that was set up that was different, because what they developed here was a one-of-a-kind true follow-me matrix. And you're going to see what that means in a second, but that allows your team to stay together, and coupled that with a very lucrative pay plan. So what that happens is it gives you massive residual bonuses, getting paid over and over and over again for work that you're doing today. That'll help make people extremely wealthy, and that's where we're on the path right now to do. So, Chuck, maybe somebody's called you. I know they've called me, but maybe somebody's called you about the soap deal, or the hand lotion deal, or the vitamin deal, or the juice deal, or the electric deal, save some money on your electric, or the gas deal, or even the herb growing machine deal. That's out there too. There's tons of deals out there, guys. Nothing has been done like you're seeing today and what we have. None of these companies compare to ROI. So, Chuck, why don't you show them why we think this is so different? Why doesn't this compare to everything else that's out there in not only our product, but how we earn money? You there? Are you with me, buddy?
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, I can hear you now. Good evening. Yeah. You're sounding good. Thank you.
All right, great. Hey, folks, one of the things that impressed Jim and I when we looked at ROI was there was money here that could be made. We're not talking about nickels and dimes. We're talking about being able to make regular good money, and we work hard, but yet we get paid good for it. And what we found out was that the first cycle bonus on the condo matrix, and I'll tell you about what a condo matrix is in a minute, but imagine your first good check being $5,000. And here's the other thing that impressed us. Everybody gets paid the same way. Whether you started in January of this year when the company opened, or you start today, it's the same opportunity, and you have the opportunity to make the same amount of money that the folks are making today. And it's wide open for everybody. So it's time to get in and get going. Now, the other thing is you can earn this over and over and over again. There's no limit. So let me start here. Let's start with the ROI condo card. Now, this condo card is a discount card. All right, we're not selling trips. We're selling a discount program, and what it is a membership. And the condo card gives you access to a huge inventory of over 3.5 million condo weeks in over 200 countries. What ROI has done is they partnered with a company called Hemisphere Travel, and Hemisphere Travel is a 28-year-old company that is huge. They provide the leisure travel to all the members of all four branches of the military and also 63 government agencies around the world. So their buying power is absolutely off the charts, bigger than any travel agency you can imagine. But you have to be a member of an organization in order to be able to take part in that. And through ROI, we have the ability to take part in that huge buying power around the world. Now, we're not just talking about condos, but if you need a suite or you need a villa or if you got a really big family and need a private home, those are available too. Now, they put out what's called a condo weekly email, and with weeks starting at $100. And let me tell you something. The goal here is to have you be able to stay in a condo for a whole week for about the price of staying in a Motel 6. And they succeed at this. Now, the condo weekly email is last-minute deals, and these are the extreme deals. But you can book a condo up to a year out, and again, out of 3.5 million locations around the world. Now, here's a couple examples for you. Here's the Ventura at Boca Raton. We like Boca Raton, don't we, Jim?
Yes, we do. Very nice, very clean.
Beautiful there. So here's a condo that sleeps 8. That's normally $750, and because of the buying power we have through ROI, it's available for just $294. That's awesome.
That's insane.
Now, here's another
That's very cool.
Here's another example. Beautiful place. Los Cabos Resort in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Absolutely awesome place. Regular price through ROI. Regular price is $875 for 4 people to stay for a week, and ROI's price again is $294. It's just a great, phenomenal value. I like this place, Jim.
I do too, and I don't know where else you can go and get a discount that big, that large. It's such a great resort. Right on the water there. This is just mind-blowing every time we see this and we go over this, but it's because of that volume discount, because of the buying power that they have that makes these deals phenomenal.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about joining the Condo Matrix. Now, you join the Condo Matrix by making a one-time product purchase of $1,000. Now, what you should compare this to is there's a lot of people, including me, that have owned condos or owned timeshares. And the problem with owning a timeshare or a condo is, yes, you have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to buy the condo, or maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy the condo, but then you've got monthly maintenance fees, and you've got taxes, and you've got all those other things. Well, what this program that ROI's put together affords us to do is, when we get our condo card, we're able to use 3.5 million condo weeks around the world, and we don't have to. When we come in on the owner's manifest. We don't have to take any tours. We don't have to do anything crazy like that, and we don't have to pay the taxes and the maintenance fees and all that. We get to come in and be treated like an owner and use the facilities like an owner. It's just an awesome way to vacation. So when you join the Condo Matrix, you get all the benefits of the condo card and the lifetime membership, and then they put you on what's called a Condo Matrix. And this is where we're going to start making money, guys. This is where it really gets exciting. Now, here's what a matrix looks like. All right, and now you may have seen other plans before, with other programs that are on the internet or other deals, and usually they have a whiteboard up in the front of the room, and they draw circles on the board, and they draw you at the top, and then they draw circles down below it, and your job is to fill in all those circles with people that are using the lotion or the potion or popping the pills or whatever it is, and you have to keep them in so you can make money. Well, the way ROI did it, they did this a little bit differently. Instead of starting you at the top, they start you in a better position, which is on the bottom of what's called an 8th row. And then instead of being your job to fill in all the rest of the spaces, everybody that's already on the matrix works together as a team to fill up the spaces. And when this bottom 8th row is filled, the matrix splits, and everybody moves up a level. And the person on the top cycles off, and they get paid. Now, here's you on the bottom of the 8th row, and the matrix splits, and you move up a level. Here's you on the 4th row. And again, everybody works together to fill in the spaces on the 8th row. And then it happens again, and you move up, and there's even an opportunity. You can ask the person that invited you about an opportunity to jump that moves you up. Instead of being on the 4th row, you get to move up to the 2nd row right away. Now, and again, here's you going up, everybody working together. And when you get to the top, you get paid. Now, when you cycle off the condo matrix, you earn $5,000 plus a paid $1,000 reentry back into the accelerator matrix following your sponsor. So, guys, you only have to pay $1,000 one time, but yet you get to make $5,000 over and over and over again. And your sponsor, the person who introduced you to ROI, they get a bonus too. They get $1,000 every time you make $5,000. So we want to talk to a lot of people about getting in and enjoying the benefits of the condo card, don't we?
Yes, we do. Lots and lots of people, because that's $1,000 over and over and over again every time you share this with somebody. That's nice residual income.
Absolutely. So here's the simple process, guys. You join the condo matrix, real simple, and with help, you simply show two or more people how to join the condo matrix with you, and you're qualified. And then you help your people show two or more people how to join the condo matrix too. It's real simple. And before you know it, you've earned $5,000. And what's cool about that is that's a 500% profit. So you've bought your condo card for $1,000. You've earned $5,000 back. You've made a $500 profit that you can use towards paying bills, or towards going on vacation, or towards going on the next matrix, which we're going to talk about. That's even more exciting than this one. And I can't believe there's something better than this. But there's even an additional one we can be on that we can even make more money. But you can earn this over and over and over again. So let me show you some potential here, and it's real simple, guys. You're on the condo matrix, and let's keep it real simple. Let's say you cycle that condo matrix twice a year. Now we've got a lot of people that it's happening for them way faster than that, and including us. And so let's just keep it conservative here, because I don't want it to look too outlandish here. So let's say you cycle twice a year and you make $5,000 each time you cycle, and times twice a year, that's $10,000 a year. So let's say we go out and over the next few months, we show 15 other people how to get on that condo matrix, just the same way that you did. Well, remember, you earn $1,000 every time they cycle. So let's say they cycle twice a year just like you did. That's a $1,000 bonus times 15 people times twice a year. That's $30,000 a year, guys, plus the $10,000 you're earning because you're on that condo matrix, and that's an extra $40,000 a year. And I got to tell you, for part-time, for the amount of work that you've done to get here, that's great money. I mean, that's the best part-time job I've ever seen. What do you think, Jim?
Yes, it is. Very good part-time job.
So, and you've done something really simple. You've just shared a great program where people can get awesome discounts. Now, let me talk to you about the next matrix, and this one is really cool. And this is called the Cruise Card, and the Cruise Card, again, it's worldwide discounts, and it's over 13,000 cruises in the inventory worldwide. And again, we're talking about buying power here, and that's what all these discounts are about, is buying power. Hemisphere Travel, the ROI's partner, is the largest booker of cruises in the world. When they go in, they don't book one cabin on a cruise ship. They go in and book half the ship, and then they sell it at special deals to their members. So again, it's buying power, guys. Now, their pricing is really simple. There's no booking fees, and when they quote a price to you, it is including the tax and the port charges, and so there's no surprises. And they can even set up if you need to stay a night before or a night after, you need transportation, they can set it up for you right on the spot and get it done first class. And the cruises start at just $279. And it's all the cruise lines that you know about. And there's cruise lines all over the world. The Royal Caribbeans, Norwegians, Costa, Disney Cruise Line, which is my family's favorite. And so you're looking for a cruise around the world, we've got it available for you. Now, you join the Cruise Matrix by making a one-time product purchase of $3,500. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can get on here. We have some people that come to ROI, and they've been doing good, but they want to make more money, so they go ahead and get on that on the condo matrix, and they also get on the cruise matrix at the same time. Then we have some people that say, you know what, I can get on that condo matrix, but I can't get on the cruise matrix yet. But what they do is they make their way through that cruise matrix, and they make $5,000, and they take some of that profit that they made, and they invest it in the cruise matrix, because you can be on both at the same time. And I'm going to show you in a minute why you want to be on this cruise matrix, because you definitely want to be here. Now, when you join, you get all the benefits of the cruise card, and again, it's a lifetime membership. You don't have to take another cent out of your pocket to use this for the rest of your life. Then you join the 2x3 cruise matrix. Now, this matrix looks just like the condo matrix, because it is. It works exactly the same way. You start out on the bottom of what's called an 8-row, and again, everybody works together to fill the remaining spaces on the 8-row. And when the 8-row is filled, the person on the top cycles off and gets paid, and everybody moves up a level. And this happens over and over until you reach the top. And what's cool about when you reach the top is, and we'll show you here in just a second. These slides are a little slow, Jim.
Yes, I was noticing that.
Yeah. I ought to fix that. So here's you at the top. Now, when you cycle off the top of the cruise matrix, look what happens. You earn $20,000 plus a paid reentry back into the cruise matrix, so you can do it over and over and over again. Again, without taking more money out of your pocket. And And your sponsor, the person who introduced you to ROI, they earn $2,000 every time you make $20,000. So we want to be telling the world about this program and how much money everybody can make and how much they can save. Because you want this to be you. You run to the mailbox and you go get that $20,000 and you come home and do a somersault. I saw Jim do it when he got his.
Guys, that was $20,000. He said, "This is big money. This is no matter how much money you're making now or you're not making now. $20,000 makes a big difference in your life and in your bills and in your financial situation. And this is real.
Absolutely.
We can tell you it's real. So he's going to take you through again. This is what blew my mind when I saw this part. This is really cool. How easy it is. Go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
Okay. So let's again be very conservative with our example. Here's you. And let's say, again, you cycle that cruise matrix just twice a year. It's happening a lot faster for most people, but let's be conservative. So that's $20,000 times 2 times a year. That's $40,000 a year. That's pretty good, right? Well, let's say, again, over the next few months or few weeks, we go out and we show 15 other people how to get on the cruise matrix. Real simple. If they cycle twice a year just like you did, remember, you earn $2,000 bonus times 15 people times twice a year. That's an additional $60,000 a year, plus your $40,000 that you're earning for cycling. That's $100,000 a year, guys. Again, we took a step up in the part-time income level here, I think, a little bit. All right. Now, but here's the really cool part. You're actually on both matrices. All right. You're on the condo matrix, and you're also on the cruise matrix. So you're earning $140,000 a year. Now, this isn't a guarantee. We're not promising this, but this is following the plan, and people are doing it and proving it with ROI's program. Now, on the phone with us, we have a gentleman named Bill Brady who can tell us about this because he has earned a tremendous income just in this current year through ROI. Bill, are you on with us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
We can. Tell us your story, Bill.
Okay. I got involved with this last January, and I took a look at the program, and I thought it was a dream. I just never had anything like this come and fall into my lap. But I got started with it in January, the week we opened, and as you pointed out, we get paid every week, and I've been paid every week except for 3 weeks out of this year so far. And the income in this is totally life-changing. It has totally changed my wife and my life completely. We're totally debt-free, except the only thing we got left now is to get the money together to pay off our mortgage. But I was able to do something here a little over a month ago. I walked into a car dealership, picked out the car I wanted, and when the salesman asked me what I was looking for a monthly payment, I said, never mind the monthly payment, I'm writing a check for cash. That was life-changing for me. It's the first time in 40 years that I've been able to go out and buy a car without putting it on payments. That's what this thing can do. To date, right now, I've made just over $175,000. But that kind of income, it's, people say, oh, geez, I can't make, you can make that. But what's more important, it's not the money that I made, it's the people that I've brought in and touched their lives and exposed them to this just like I was. And I've got 18 couples that I brought in that are now in excess of $25,000 in earnings. I have 10 couples that have now made over $75,000. I have 6 couples that are over $90,000, and I have 4 couples that are over $100,000 in earnings. And that's what's important. It's not the money that you make, because if you go out and help people make their money, the money will chase you down. And another point is, and you were very, very conservative about the times you cycle, but just to give you a breakdown, I've cycled on the accelerator board. I'm on the top of my 10th accelerator matrix, and I'm at the top of my 4th power matrix. So what I've earned off the 2 matrices is $105,000. But what's more important also is I make money for all my people when they cycle. Like you said, you make the $1,000 extra for sponsoring somebody on the accelerator matrix, and then $2,000 on the people that you brought into the power. That's $70,000 extra dollars that can actually change your life, and it's going to happen over and over and over again many times. You just have, I tell people, look, get the fire in your belly that this will literally change your life if you get to work. But you got to work, but it's a fun work. It's fun, easy, and magical, I say to it. But guys, thank you. Thanks an awful lot for having me on the call, and again, happy holidays.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks. Happy holidays to you, and thank you for coming on tonight. We appreciate it. What a great story, guys. This is phenomenal, and that's just one person's experience with this. And it's been phenomenal for us as well. So go ahead, Chuck. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. You're good. Hey, now, guys, let me show you one more thing. All right, some folks have been beaten up by the economy, and getting right on that condo matrix is a challenge. Well, we've got an answer for that. We do have a hotel matrix available, and it's a one-time product purchase of $250. And what this does for you, you earn your way when you make your way through the hotel matrix. You earn $500. But here's the best part, guys. You also earn your way onto the condo matrix, and so you get that entry into the condo matrix, and you're able to earn your way onto there. So if you need to do that, do that. But what we're excited about is if you're like most people, you're ready to get paid what you're really worth, and you want to have total control of your time, and you want to call your own shots and build true financial freedom for you and your family. So the next step is you need to sign up and get off to a fast start, and get 2 people to join you right away. Jim, tell us how we get started here.
Guys, get with the person that invited you onto the webinar tonight. Get with them right away so you can get your questions answered. I'm sure you have some questions. I know we did. Get them answered, and then get a spot right away on the matrix. Decide whether you want to get on the condo matrix or the cruise matrix or both. And if you can't do that, at least grab a spot on the whole hotel matrix and work your way through, because this is phenomenal. This is this is life-changing income that is a lot of fun to do and a lot of fun to share. Get everybody you know on these webinars and the company calls, because we do the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to explain this. I know when we got in, we couldn't explain this to anybody. We relied on company calls and things, and we put this webinar together so we had we had a way to show people visually how this worked and how we moved through the matrices and stuff. So guys, use us as much as possible. Get everybody. We do these every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Get as many people as you can on here and allow us to help you explain the business to them. Guys, look, the bottom line is this. We're not talking about making $20 or $50 or even $100 a week or a month. We're talking about making $5,000 over and over and over and over again. You heard Bill. He's already cycled that 10 times on the $5,000 board. Guys, this is amazing, but we're going to do more than that. We're going to show you how to take that and turn it into $20,000 over and over and over again, plus the residual income that comes every time you share this with somebody and they experience and they cycle the same way you did. So guys, we're looking to put a team together. We're looking for people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is your answer. This is a great way to help build some wealth for you and your family. And we appreciate you for coming on tonight. Thank you for spending part of your evening. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone, as we celebrate that in the next couple of days. Enjoy your time with your families, and we'll see you back here next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Good night, Chuck. Thanks, Bill, for your help tonight. Good night.